Hi everyone, I'm film critic Jeffrey Howard in Las Vegas, and welcome to another episode of The Stream Squad.
And I'm Tony Toscano in Salt Lake City, and one of the biggest movie franchises of all time is saying goodbye with its last film. It's Jurassic World Dominion.
There was an energy on set that it was the first time you'd ever seen anything like this.
I was excited about everything that it could be.
When I saw the dinosaur in the trailer and I saw the ripples on the water, I was like, oh my gosh. It really defined my generation, this film.
I cried the first time I saw dinosaurs. Suddenly, that which had never seemed real before now was totally real. And I realized at that moment that cinema forever had changed.
Jurassic World Dominion is the culmination of the franchise. It concludes a story that Steven Spielberg started telling in 1993.
When we were making Jurassic World, I knew it was going to be really special. I could never have imagined we'd be here working alongside Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum and Laura Dern. It's pretty fantastic.
It is so much fun. It is everything we could have ever hoped for and more.
I thought it was a fantastic idea to bring these two worlds together.
It's been a great privilege to be a custodian of something like this. Our legacy characters, our Jurassic World characters, are back.
Our storylines intersect. It's the convergence of the two franchises.
We need to fix a terrible mistake.
And most importantly, go on a true, honest-to-God, scary-as-hell adventure.
This is what everything has been leading to. I could use your expertise.
You coming or what?
Hold on, guys! Why do they always have to go bigger? Don't move. God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man destroys God. Man creates dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs eat man. Woman inherits the earth.
When we made the first Jurassic Park movie, I was aware that we were creating a character that was unusual in an action film. It was important to Steven and myself that Ellie was a feminist, female action character.
And you're
Look, we can discuss sexism in survival situations when I get back.
Dr. Ellie Sattler was such an iconic character and such an important character because she's a scientist and paleobotanist. It was really important to see an inspiring character like that as a young person.
It felt really exciting that that became a takeaway for people who loved the film. She's badass and physically strong and complicated and funny. I would say that for all the female characters in this franchise.
Stone cold.
I would not mess with her.
I adore that there are so many female characters who are different because we're not all what would typically present as strong, feminine, or a superhero in classic adventure films.
It's so important to have these female role models. Maisie as a character has grown up with Claire as a mother who's like really strong and fiery. Ellie, who's so intellectual and clever and really powerful. DeWanda's character, Kayla, who's a pilot, is like super fierce and tough.
Still got it.
It's been really amazing to work with such strong, independent women.
I feel beyond honored to join this franchise. From inception, it's had great roles for women, but have a degree of character development and depth, and that's what I saw in Kayla.
You willing to risk your life for people you never met?
You want to ask questions or you want to ride?
Jurassic is a very pro-female franchise. As it started, all the dinosaurs were female. They were women. And they're inherent in the idealization of that female strength, female power.
Hold on tight.
I like saying woman inherits the earth. I really like that.
Damn, that felt good.
Jurassic World Dominion is playing exclusively in theaters. It's one of the reasons why they built IMAX. Jeff, I hear we're heading to England.
From Focus Features, it's Downton Abbey, A New Era. The Crawley family goes on a grand journey to the south of France to uncover the family mystery in a newly inherited villa.
Do sit down. I've come into possession of a villa in the south of France.
What villa? Start at the beginning.
Years ago, before you were born, I met a man.
They spend a few days together and he gives her a house.
You never thought to turn it down?
Do I look as if I'd turned down a villa in the south of France?
Well, British Lion comes to Downton Abbey. England's answer to Hollywood. Cinema was making a transition from silent pictures to sound, but in the end, everyone at Downton Abbey was bitten by the acting bug, weren't they?
Well, I don't know that Robert was terribly bitten by the acting bug. I think he was afraid of being bitten by the actors, which is a slightly different thing. But I think Mary enjoys it, but doesn't want to go on with it. And of course, Violet and Isabel, one scene is enough for them. And that was, for me, my experience. I mean, I remember over the years, I've had lots of my sort of pals from that other world come onto film set. Oh, I long to go on the set. Please let me on the set. And then when they come, you do one take, then you do a second take. And then they say, you're not going to do it again, are you? And you say, we haven't even started the coverage. This is just the master. And by the end, they're in makeup, eating sweets and phoning their wives and husbands. But of course, the servants were much keener on film anyway. By 1928, it was seen at that time as essentially a working class entertainment. And it was really the children of the middle and upper classes that took them into the cinema, because the kids started to go long before their parents. And I remember my father telling me about how, he was mad for film, and so was my mother actually. But he tried to persuade one of his aunts to come with him to some Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers musical. And she just came out and thought it was the most ghastly evening she'd ever spent in her life, And so all of that sort of inspired the mixed reactions of the family, really.
Well, Mr. Fellows, this has been a total thrill. Thank you so much. On my final note here, my brother and his family traveled to England. They're such fans to see where they taped Downton Abbey and did all the tours like that. Unfortunately, I lost him last year, so I want to dedicate this interview to him because he was a tremendous fan of your show.
Oh, well, that's a lovely thing to say. Thank you.
Now, Tony, I've never seen the series or any of the previous movies, but Downton Abbey, A New Era is fantastic. You don't have to have a history of the show to enjoy this movie. It's one of my favorites, so make sure you check it out. And next, what a transition. We're going to robots next, right, Tony?
That's right. Netflix series Love, Death, and Robots is one of the best animated anthology series you can ever hope for. Portions of the Stream Squad are brought to you by VP Dental. Check out our dental plan starting at just $16 per month.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Stream Squad. Hey, Tony, I hear we're going to a superhero Latino flair on the Disney Channel.
That's right. Things go from dramatic to comedy when the Black Scorpion teams up with Ultraviolet.
Whoa, that is full-on magic! Let's see what I can do. Violet! You do not want to taste what's in the sand. I really want to blow this up. What I need is a collab. And I know just the guy! You're a Black Scorpion.
You have a mask? I have to train you.
Can I go fight crime now?
I want to talk about the apprenticeship between you two. She's learning, but you're learning as well, JR.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think she's teaching Black Scorpion and Cruz more than he knows. I think eventually he becomes aware of it, but she's definitely teaching him more. And, he's trying to teach her. And hopefully she's getting it. I think, she's getting it, but he's definitely learning a lot from her. Absolutely.
Scarlett, how much does the costume inform your character?
I mean, the costume, it's just something that really
completely adds to the whole thing, because I feel like without it, you know, there's something missing, you know, and I think that suit just completely completes it all, because I mean, obviously Ultraviolet, she's different than Violet in certain ways, you know, she's more confident probably when she's Ultraviolet, but I think that this suit definitely empowers her and makes her feel definitely different and feels that complete transformation from when she's Violet to Ultraviolet.
Tell me a little bit about Ultraviolet and the difference with Violet.
Yeah, I definitely think that there also is, I mean, it's more subtle than you'll see then from, you know, Cruz and Black Scorpion, but there definitely is, I mean, quite a few changes from when Violet goes to being Ultraviolet. I mean, obviously it's this character she's putting on, so she has more energy, she's, you know, trying to entertain, but at the same time, she's so much more confident, which is so weird because you're like, it's literally the same person. Like, why are you so much more confident when you have this suit on? But I think that slight disguise and that slight idea of being somebody else and having a new identity completely makes her feel that much more confident. And you can really see it if you pay attention how much more confident she is when she's Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet and the Black Scorpion is streaming exclusively on Disney Plus and the Disney Channel. Hey, Jeff, you've got part 2 of this.
I do. Not only do we have Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, we have a family of supervillains that's on the run. They're the villains of Valley View.
We're the Maddens, a normal family that just moved into the neighborhood. Amy, stop it.
Remind me where you're from again.
Toronto.
Normal? Yeah, no. Jake has super strength.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Our mom controls electricity.
Our dad's a mad scientist.
And our little brother Colby is a towel. No, wait, a dog. No, wait, a sweater.
Yeah, we have some super secrets.
Reed, tell me about the family, because it's almost like they're in the witness protection program because they're on the move, right? And they have all these secret identities. So, and of all places, Texas, right?
Yeah, I mean, so that's kind of the whole interesting thing where we start out episode 1. They've been living in hiding for a little bit. And our neighbors, Celia and Hartley, they don't really know why we're here. But yeah, it definitely is like a witness protection thing. We're always looking over our shoulder. And Jake especially is kind of the one who's like making sure the rest of the family isn't like acting out or, you know, still trying to pursue villainy because they're going to get themselves caught. But to kind of live in that like, oh, gotta look over our shoulders, gotta be prepared for anything, because they're not only are they in hiding from the superheroes, but the supervillains as well. So they're kind of at odds with everybody. And that puts them in a really interesting like perspective to be watching out for literally everybody. No, you're never safe.
Malachi, tell me the first time you were in costume. They put you in that and you saw yourself. That had to be a cool time.
Yeah, I mean, the first ever time that I got to be in the Flash form suit, it was an experience. I mean, it was cool because in the original pilot, everybody else had gotten their suits and I was just kind of chilling there in my street clothes, my normal clothes, and it kind of sucked because it was like everybody's getting this awesome experience of wearing the same suits that like people like Black Panther wear and like all these cool superheroes and supervillains get to wear, and that feeling of finally being able to put on that suit and bring Flash form to life was a really awesome feeling.
How about you, Reed, when you put on Chaos's suit?
Oh man, I mean, I spent a lot of time with the costume designers, like creating this suit over a long period of time. Like there had to be at least like 15 different fittings where they're like trying on different versions of the suit and different textures and taking measurements of everything. So you really like live with the suit for a long period of time, but you're only seeing it in parts. You never see it as a whole. I mean, at one point, like Chaos had a helmet, like it went through so many different versions, but then I didn't really feel it until the day that we shot the pilot. We're in the lair and I'm putting everything on and I I finally get zipped in, the armor's on, the mask goes on, then you look in the mirror and you're like, whoa.
Now, The Villains of Valley View is on the Disney Channel, but it's also streaming on Disney Plus. 2 great shows for the entire family. Tony?
Hey, listen, coming up next on the Stream Squad, we're going to take a look at your favorite Dark Knight, and we'll have a look at UFOs.
Maybe
TikTok.
Maybe.
Caught on our cameras.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Crazy. It isn't crazy, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Millions of people are losing their dental coverage every year.
or can't afford dental care due to the high cost. Just a simple cleaning can cost over $100. But there is an answer, TDA. For about $1 a day, Total Dental Administrators covers over 200 dental procedures. Whether you're an individual, a family, self-employed, or retired, TDA has a plan that's right for you, starting about $1 a day. So call or click for your free information kit and see how affordable dental health can be.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You still talking to your friends?
It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji!
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Stream Squad. I'm joined by Tony Toscano in Salt Lake City, and I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. Tony, we got some sort of thriller of UFOs coming up.
That's right. It's a brand new documentary on the subject of UFOs. It's called A Tear in the Sky.
It's a huge amount of work, a huge amount of data and equipment. That has never been done.
Whatever this is more complex than we could ever imagine.
This is a first in the field of ufology.
The variety of devices we're bringing as a team to study the phenomenon covered an entire spectrum of different technologies.
Do you think that we are never going to really learn the truth?
I think we are learning the truth. I mean, and that's kind of the point of my movie is, you know, what are the measurable data, the things that we can actually show and prove to the public that this is real, that we're not just, this is not woo-woo stuff, this is not crazy stuff, this is, look at the measurement, it's going against the wind, it has that much mass, it has that much this or that, you know. So I think that's why I'm so excited about my film, because it's the first time ever that we put out data that has never been shown before about UFOs. And also recently, as you know, the Pentagon has been putting out all these reports. More recently, the 1,500-page report on coming in contact with with spacecrafts, you know, that the radiation that happens, the nightmares, even abductions and spontaneous pregnancies. Now, this is the government, this is the Pentagon telling us about this report. So I really, really think there's something happening. We are definitely going in the direction of proving that this is real, this is happening. I think it's just a matter of time.
A Tear in the Sky, hosted by William Shatner, Captain Kirk himself, is playing on all digital platforms and streaming on demand.
Well, Tony, coming up next is The Batman, now on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. And twins Charlie and Max Carver got their big Hollywood break playing the Penguin's henchmen.
No, I am. Yeah, I got an idea. I want to see the Penguin.
What's the problem? Says he wants to see the Penguin.
Get out of here, freak. You hear me? That little suit's gonna get all full of blood. Mine or yours?
Tell me about the day you were both cast in The Batman, the time and place. Were you both together? What did you hear, Max?
Yeah, so, I mean, it was an honor to be beat up by Batman, but essentially we didn't know what this project was. I believe we read some scenes from The French Connection, some classic 70s cinema, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And it was around Christmas time, and we were together, in fact. We were with our family, and we got a phone call, and they're like, yeah, you're going to London in 6 weeks for The Batman.
And Charlie, you know, guys being twins, there wasn't like different types of characters. You didn't have to fight to play something different because you both were playing henchmen, right? So that kind of calmed the family rivalry between you two, maybe?
A little bit. You know, it was funny when we were getting these characters all set up with wardrobe and hair and makeup. You know, we were determined to have like slightly different neck tattoos and slightly different shaved eyebrows just to see who could look.
See who's who, right?
Exactly.
And I'm sure you both were sworn to secrecy. How did you keep it to yourselves, Charlie?
I mean, let me put it this way, Chef. I wouldn't want to get in trouble over with the Batman crew, so that's why I kept the secret safe. But it was hard. I mean, it was just so exciting to be over there. Everything had a code name. We had to be very discreet. But yeah, ultimately it was about the health of the project. So,
well, I'm sure Maxie called you like every 15 minutes going, did this really happen? And you had to tell somebody, right?
Well, we knew to kind of withhold from our mom, because our mom, you tell our mom a secret, she'll tell everyone the next day. So we kept it under wraps as long as we could. But eventually we did have to disclose that we were going to London to shoot this. And at that point, yeah, I mean, we called it vengeance. I am vengeance. So that's how we kept it under wraps.
The Batman from Warner Home Entertainment is on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital, and it's pretty cool.
Great interview, Jeff. And there's more Stream Squad to come after the break. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Stream Squad. Now, if you'd like to catch up on past episodes of the show, visit our website.
And if you want to visit us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, we would love to hear from you. Tony, I guess I'll stream you next week.
Portions of the Stream Squad are brought to you by VP Dental. Check out our dental plan starting at just $16 per month.